We reached out to the family of those who perished, the survivors who provide whatever support we could, whether it was financial or emotional or simply an ear. In the aftermath, we became Vegas strong. I recognize that not everyone felt they were stronger. After all, some gave everything. At the same time, this community came together as one. We were all in this together. We all experienced the heartache of that day and the aftermath. We had to come to grips with what occurred. Recognize that we could learn from it and build strength. We had to heal. Vegas Strong was and is more than a slogan. Today, that slogan has morphed into Vegas Stronger. And indeed, we are a stronger, more resilient community. We will always be wounded by what occurred on 1 October, but we are nevertheless Vegas Stronger. Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. I would like to now introduce Minda Smith.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here. I look out and I see so many. Who have been through so much. And I am truly grateful to be able to be standing here with so much love in my heart. My name is Minda Smith. My name is sister of Nisha Tonks, who is one of the 58 angels taken from us 1 year ago. My family, my sister, and her boys, and our parents all live here in Las Vegas, while my brother and his family live in Utah. I stand here with gratitude in my heart for all of those being here with us today. Today I stand here with so much pride for our city and our country. I have learned and watched firsthand the meaning of being Vegas Strong. On October 1, our city was jolted into darkness. 58 families' lives were horrifically turned upside down. Out of our angels, 33 were from California, 7 were from Nevada, 4 were from Canada, 2 were from Alaska, 2 were from Utah, 1 was from Arizona, 1 Colorado, 1 Iowa, 1 Massachusetts, 1 Minnesota, 1 New Mexico, 1 Pennsylvania, 1 Tennessee, 1 Washington, and 1 from West Virginia. The weeks and months that followed left us finding it difficult to breathe and wondering how we would ever move forward. Again, on this day, thousands of lives changed forever when they had to live through that terrifying night, and now they struggle with all they have to endure. None of us will ever be the same after that night and the days that followed. However, none of us were alone. October 1 brought something none of us were expecting. As my parents, my husband, and myself sat at the convention center on October 2nd, waiting to find Nisha, we walked into a room that was overflowing with food and people who were there to help us. We were in awe at the food that was brought in, and even though at first we weren't hungry, the hours went by and we found we needed fuel to keep us going. What we found wasn't just the most amazing food, which it was, but we found love that came from so many who were there to help us. I actually stood with my husband and took a video of the line of cars that were never ending, from people who were dropping off supplies and others that were there to help unload it. It was then that I became aware of the magnitude of this tragedy. It was my first moment of understanding that our journey wasn't just our journey. I couldn't wrap my brain around all the people who were suffering like us. I went home that night and got on social media for the first time, and then it was then that I saw the line of people waiting to give blood. This is when I knew that our city and so many visitors were behind us and that we weren't alone. This wasn't just our journey. Over time, we've been blessed to connect with so many new friends, many of whom become family. Most of the 58 families have joined forces, and together we find strength. We have found ways to heal. Some have started foundations to give love and support to others, to help our own hearts heal while we make a small difference in the world. My parents and I turned our anger into passion and figured out a way to help support the young children left behind. We started the Children of the 58 Loved and Never Forgotten Scholarship Fund to assist those children in furthering their education after high school. We hope it inspires them to dream big despite this horrific loss in their lives. But our battle is far from over. There are still 55 children without a parent. Wives, husbands, parents, families, and friends are without their loved ones. People are still battling physical wounds while others are battling mental wounds. We all need support and love. We must keep loving and we must keep supporting. Our hearts are continually overflowing as we watch random acts of kindness performed on our behalf of our 58 angels. It helps us know that they will never be forgotten and that their legacy will continue to carry on. Please continue to reach out to those who are struggling. Reach out to someone who's battling any kind of sickness. The world needs constant love. Make a difference in your community. Our city proved we have it in us. Take care of a family member, a friend, or a stranger. You showered love on our city. Many of you were visitors, just as so lost as many of us. But out of these ashes of this tragedy, a beautiful connection happened for all of us, a longing for hope and for happiness. I can't say we haven't had our fair share of sucker punches. They come and go sometimes as easy as the wind. We have definitely had some challenges thrown at us that could have derailed our journey, but we have not let it. With my parents, my husband, our family, and so many friends, we have tackled those tough times and prepared for the next obstacle we'll have to take on. But none of our journey has ended. We will continue to have obstacles we will have to tackle. For me, I know Nisha would have taken them head on with strength and confidence, ready to conquer it all. And that's what I'm choosing to do. Hold my head high and use her determination and strength when I feel at times mine is weakened. I will continue forward because of my faith, my beautiful knowledge of a better place for our 58 angels. Life doesn't end here, and we know we have 58 angels watching over us. Life cannot end for us here. We must embrace our future, release the negativity and hate. This evil and darkness cannot take over us, our families, or our lives. Our love must motivate us to move forward. We have the right to feel angry and sad. Embrace those emotions, but don't let them control you. This will take time. For many of us, it will take a lot of time. But we can't let this define us and let evil win. We must continue to fight. I refuse to let it take one more thing from me. It took my nephew's mom, my parents' daughter, my sister, and so many more who hurt by her loss. But we will fight to bring back the goodness that was here before this. We can't let hate enter our worlds. Believe me, we have a full understanding of how much hate we can feel in our hearts, as I know many of you can relate to. Hatred weakens the heart. Replace it with love and determination. Love for others. Focus on the light and never give in to the darkness. Continue to have the Vegas strong spirit push you forward. Nisha lived life fully. She danced as if no one was watching. She filled her life with passion, and if she believed in something, she would do it. She would do everything to make it happen. Nisha was loyal to a fault, and she always had your back. She was selfless and would do anything to help her boys, her family, or someone who is in need of something. She was devoted to everything she did and never stopped working until the job was done. She was definitely the Energizer Bunny because she just kept going and going and going. And she was one of the most beautiful people, both inside and out. But she was too humble and busy to recognize it and avoided the light, except when a good song came on and then it was time to dance. Nisha was taken from our life and she was cheated on the beautiful life she had. She will never see her boys graduate, marry, or have grandchildren. These 58 angels' lives were all cheated of time with their loved ones. We have to live life to the fullest. to live for them in honor, in love, without fear, with love and happiness. We deserve it. We must choose love, light, and happiness. A woman who I adored shared with me of when she lost a friend in a horrific tragedy. She carried a huge emotional image of her friend, which hung over her head for many years, drowning her in sorrow. 20 years later, she found someone to make the image small, and it sat gently on her shoulder. She never wanted to forget or lose that image, but she needed to lose the heaviness of that loss. I pray that as times moves forward, we never forget our 58 angels, nor all those who are suffering, but we find a way to turn those sorrows into something that can bring us joy. We have all changed. We have all been broken. But we can find a way to pick up those pieces and glue it all back together. Yes, the cracks will be seen, but it can be whole again. And we will be stronger because of those cracks. I know for me, I still have a lot of healing that needs to happen. I've made mistakes along this journey, and some still need to heal. The focus shifted this past year, and I need to fill in so many of the missing pieces that need to be in the forefront of my life. But I know that the sun will rise each day, offering us new hope to take steps knowing our 58 angels are with us, longing for us to smile, to love and for us to heal. We must fight on for them. I know they are with us, wanting this for us. Each day we see my nephews knowing the road that lies ahead for them, knowing they deserve a happy life. This tragedy can't define them. This can't define you. This won't define us. Together we are Vegas stronger. I have struggled many times when people ask me how I am. I feel ashamed to admit I'm great at that moment, that my life that day was filled with sunshine. However, tomorrow I'm determined to wake up, and when someone asks me how I am, I'm going to say I'm fabulous. I'm determined to be fabulous once again, and we should all try to feel fabulous, and we should dance like no one is watching. As time goes on, we know the light of this tragedy will fade for many of you. Life goes on, and we do hope the overwhelming sense of it all goes away, and what will be left is the beauty of our 58 angels and the beauty of our loved ones. Those of you who choose to fight so we can stop these tragedies from happening again, continue to fight, but fight with passion. Let your hearts continue to heal. Find that Vegas strong strength to fuel you each day. Be inspired each day to move forward heart to heart with the ability to change the attitude of just one soul with a small act of kindness. We cannot change the world or what the future has in store, but together we can make this world shine brighter than it ever has before. I challenge you, be the good you want to see in the world. October 1 will always be Vegas Strong Day. The Vegas Strong spirit will always be brighter than the darkness that came from that day. We need to be reminded of the goodness that came from that battleground. Those of you who helped the injured, those of you who let someone borrow their phone so they could call to say they were okay. Those who stopped to pick up someone's belongings as they fled for their own life. Those who transported to hospitals or safe locations away from the venue. First responders and all medical staff who helped save so many. Our city and many officials who all helped us to heal. The many doctors who are helping us recover from the mental trauma so many of us are still facing. And so many of you here and in all parts of the world who brought so much love in the days that followed October 1. Let the light in your spirit continue to shine. Don't let it go out. Let that light lead you in your life. We all have that light. Share it, nourish it, help it grow. But together, we must do it, because together, we are Vegas strong. We are Vegas strong. Please join me in 58 seconds of silence and cherish the memories of our beautiful angels who live on in our hearts. And a few minutes after that, we will be releasing doves. Each dove will have a name on its foot to represent our 58 angels. Please keep them in your thoughts always, and as they ascend, take a moment to think of each and every one of them. Thank you so very much.
Lieutenant Rader, please retrieve the colors. Lieutenant Rader, please retrieve the colors. Lieutenant Rader, please retrieve the colors. Well, this will conclude our ceremony today. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to remember the fallen, as we will continue in perpetuity into the future. As a special treat, or a continuance of the ceremony, over in the rotunda here to my right, your left, we have the portraits of the fallen. I appreciate if each and every one of you would take the time to review the display. I think it's magnanimous. It's important for us to achieve some sort of closure as a result of that viewing. I also want to thank the special guests, members of the county commission, members of the law enforcement community, members of our congressional delegation, and our legislature for attending today. I think it's important for you to show your participation in this ceremony. So thank you, each and every one of you, for coming today, and God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you. And God bless America. Thank you.